24-year-old Chelsea Poorman vanished from downtown Vancouver on September 6, 2020, after leaving a party. Her body was found 20 months later near a vacant mansion in Shaughnessy, one of Vancouver's most affluent neighborhoods. The cause of Chelsea's death isn't known, and police say it isn't considered suspicious. The Poorman family of the Coactus First Nation is raising questions about the police investigation into her disappearance. Here's what we know about what happened to Chelsea Poorman. On the night of September 6, 2020, Chelsea and her sister Paige had dinner downtown at the Belmont, then went to a party at 1278 Granville Street. After a fight with her sister in the apartment hallway, Chelsea left on her own. She later texted Paige saying she was meeting up with a new bae. Just before 1 a.m., Chelsea's cell phone pings for the last time, putting its location somewhere between Victory Square and Harbour Centre. When Chelsea didn't return home the next day, her mother Sheila filed a police report, and the family started their own search. She told police her daughter was vulnerable because of a physical disability and brain injury caused by a car accident years earlier. Chelsea walked with a limp and wore a leg brace and lifted shoe. 10 days later, Vancouver police put out a public notice saying Chelsea is missing. 2 months later, police tell Chelsea's family the case has been transferred to the homicide unit because she's been deemed a vulnerable person. At this point, the family also hires a private investigator to look into Chelsea's disappearance. 6 months into her disappearance, the Poorman family holds rallies and speaks to the media about Chelsea's case.
We just want Chelsea home. We want to know that she's okay. We want to know that, she's safe.
Months pass with no major update on the case. Then, in late April, a construction team enters the backyard of a large property at 1536 West 36th Avenue. They find Chelsea's body on the property under a blanket, but police don't immediately confirm that it's her. The owner of the house had been living outside of Canada for years. The property was locked off and surrounded by thick hedges. Neighbors say the police spent 3 days searching several properties on 36th Avenue. 2 weeks after Chelsea's body was discovered, the family is informed that she was found. Police tell media her death is not considered suspicious and that she likely died on the property the night she disappeared or shortly afterwards.
We do not believe that Chelsea was murdered. We don't believe that her death was caused by another person.
The Poorman family holds a memorial for Chelsea at the property on 36th.
My daughters and I want answers. But right now we're going to focus on taking what's left of her home.
Chelsea's mother says Chelsea's body was missing 3 fingers and part of her skull. Police haven't released those details.
We're not going to sit by and let them say that it's not suspicious and there's no foul play.
In the days that follow, a number of organizations issue statements critical of how police handled the case. The family says they'll continue searching for answers about what happened to Chelsea that night in September.